Hello everyone, and welcome to the D-Tech Driver Training Student Support channel. Today, we are taking a close look at the Richmond Service NSW driving test routes. Test paths in Richmond have evolved over the years, so in this video, we'll briefly touch on some historical route adjustments before breaking down the current, up-to-date test paths. Today we are going to cover the Western Sydney University Hawkesbury campus test routes, because the test path passes this major landmark, making it easy for you to remember where to practice after watching this video. The main testing zones in the Richmond Centre are around East Market Street, crossing Lennox Street, March Street, Windsor Street, and Francis Street. Years ago, many applicants tripped up near the Richmond Market opposite McDonald's, where the pedestrian crossing is located. There was also a red light speed camera on the left turn from March Street into East Market Street, though those turns are generally excluded from modern test routes. What to expect on test day? Throughout your test, you'll encounter all the essential elements across a 25-zone driving test structure, including stop signs and give way signs, roundabouts, and school zones, left and right turns at intersections and traffic lights, lane changing, merging, and diverging. Your driving performance is split into roughly 25 assessment zones and evaluated across 4 core low-risk categories: speed management, road positioning, decision-making, and vehicle control. To pass, your performance must avoid any serious or immediate fail items. Applicants most commonly lose points due to a few critical errors. Item F1, disobeying traffic signs, signals, and road markings. Item F5, exceeding the speed limit within a school zone or open road. Item F19, frequently failing to make required observation checks while driving. Navigating the Richmond Testing Centre. Taking your practical driving test can be nerve-wracking, but knowing what to expect gives you a massive confidence boost. Richmond Service NSW is located at Shop 5, 173, Windsor Street, Richmond. The office is tucked away slightly, surrounded by landmarks like the Royal Richmond Hotel, Richmond Dan Murphy's, and Castlereagh Thai restaurant. While the main office sits just behind the public car park right in front of Dan Murphy's, your driving test starts right next to the designated driving test bays. Parking tip: when you arrive, make sure to park your vehicle strictly in the designated driver testing area. Try to park further toward the front of the testing zone. This helps you avoid immediate blind spots or cross-traffic pulling out from the main car park or Dan Murphy's. Heads up! Keep a sharp eye out the moment you commence your test, watching closely for pedestrians, shoppers, and other parked cars moving off. The first turns, leaving the testing bay. Once you leave the driving test bay on East Market Street, the testing officer will typically direct you to turn left onto Francis Street, where the speed limit is 50 km per hour. And soon after, turn left into Bosworth Street. Blind spot check. Before making that left turn, make sure you thoroughly check for bicycles and other vehicles hiding in your blind spot. As you head toward Windsor Street, you will approach a roundabout. Remember your New South Wales road rules. You must give way to all vehicles already on the roundabout, choose the correct lane for your exit, and clearly indicate your intentions. Vision hazard. The Plus Fitness 24/7 Richmond building blocks your view to the right, so you must position your car closer to the line, about a meter back, to get a clear line of sight. This allows you to make a much safer decision at the roundabout. Watch out for Keep an extra careful lookout for cars coming from Windsor Street that might be pulling a U-turn or hunting for street parking near Coles or local coffee shops. From the Bosworth Street roundabout back to the East Market intersection, you'll encounter high business and pedestrian activity. Watch out for active pedestrian crossings. Continuously scan for parked cars suddenly pulling out or drivers looking for street parking. Keep a safe following distance, even when traffic is moving slowly. School zones and intersections. After passing East Market Street, you will approach a school zone. Richmond Public School and St. Monica's Primary School are located side by side on Windsor Street. In New South Wales, school zones are strictly enforced between 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. and between 2:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. on school days. The speed limit is strictly 40 km per hour. Even if it's 9:25 a.m. and the zone is about to end, you must stay under 40. Testing officers watch the speedometer like a hawk. Going even 1 or 2 kilometers over the limit in an active school zone is an immediate fail for speeding. Keep a close eye on your dash, give yourself plenty of buffer, and don't let your speed creep up. Pay attention to school traffic controllers giving you direction to stop or go, especially since primary school children are very young. To continue, the testing officer will give you a direction to turn right at Bourke Street. This traffic light doesn't have a dedicated green arrow for a right turn, so you must make your decision carefully. Here is how to handle it. If you are the very first car at the traffic light, roll your car past the solid line completely and keep your car straight while the light is green. You must stay behind the line if you are the second car. Wait until oncoming traffic clears or oncoming cars turn left. You can complete your turn if there is a sufficient gap or no oncoming traffic on green. Otherwise, wait until cars stop on the amber light or even on a red light if you are already legally committed. Why are you allowed to clear the intersection on orange or red? Because you entered the intersection while the traffic light was green and you already passed the solid line. Remember, only the first car can cross the line to wait, not the second car. Next, you will face a railway crossing on Bourke Street. If a train is coming, you must stop behind the railway stop line and boom gates. Following that, make another right turn into March Street. Again, wait for oncoming cars going straight and oncoming cars turning their left. On March Street, the officer will give directions to turn left into Moray Street. Before making this turn, you must check for bicycles and other vehicles that could be in your left-hand blind spot. The intersection of Moray Street and Lennox Street features a stop sign and is a very busy intersection. For a stop sign, you must bring the vehicle to a complete, dead stop behind the line. No rolling stops allowed. Let the car settle completely for 2 to 3 seconds, do a thorough check right, left, and right again, and only proceed when it is 100% safe to do so. At this intersection, sometimes parked cars block your vision, so you are allowed to roll forward until you have a clear line of sight of oncoming traffic from both directions, and proceed once you confirm it is completely safe. Once you clear the stop sign, you will enter quiet residential back streets where you are likely to be tested on reverse parallel parking. Driving through Teviot Street and Paget Street, you will turn left into Lennox Street, passing Market Street again. Before reaching Richmond High School, you will turn left onto Grove Street and head back to East Market Street. On Grove Street, you must position your vehicle as far to the left as possible because the street is very narrow, ensuring you leave half the road clear for oncoming vehicles turning in. Next, pass through another small roundabout at Lawrence Street via Luttrell Street. The same roundabout rules apply, and no exit signal is required as it is not practicable. At this roundabout, you must not touch the concrete median strip or curbing. If you bump over the concrete edge with your front or rear tires, It results in an immediate fail under fail item number F3, colliding with a vehicle, pedestrian, or object. Moving on, make a left turn from Luttrell Street into Cameron Street. You will encounter a give way sign at the T intersection of Londonderry Road. You must slow down and prepare to stop at give way signs. If there is any danger of a collision, you must give way to all traffic before entering the intersection or crossing. Turning right from Londonderry Road into Southee Road, a commonly failed item is F1 due to crossing over double lines. Watch out for oncoming cars heading straight and those turning left. On many occasions, cars coming from the university exit create a challenging decision-making process. The best approach is to keep scanning all oncoming traffic and turn right only when it is completely safe. Next, you'll reach another T intersection turning right from Southee Road into Castlereagh Road. Naturally, the road angle is narrow on the right and wider on the left, which can tempt applicants to clip the edging line on the left or cross double lines on the right. The best strategy is to edge forward toward the middle of the road before turning into Castlereagh Road. Quick tip here: make sure you watch out for vehicles pulling out from a nose lane, as frequently applicants fail by overlooking oncoming traffic coming from there. Heading back to Service NSW. We are now heading back to Service NSW via Castlereagh Road. You are going to pass Richmond High School via Lennox Street. Keep a sharp eye out for students and pedestrians crossing right in front of Richmond High School and the Lennox Street Bagels coffee shop. Before entering West Market Street, the testing officer is likely to ask you to perform a reverse parallel parking maneuver. Following that, you will turn onto Mount Street, where you will see a stop sign opposite the Richmond Branch Library. As always, come to a complete 2 to 3 second stop and proceed only when safe. You will pass the Bosworth Street intersection near the corner of KFC Richmond South, heading toward Chapel Street. You'll see beautiful, over 100-year-old maple trees in this quiet residential area, where the testing officer will likely ask you to perform a curbside stop. Next, you will head back toward Windsor Street, passing another stop sign. Remember to make your standard 2 to 3 second complete stop and check thoroughly. Quick tip here: watch out for oncoming cars and vehicles turning left. You are now heading back to Service NSW, crossing the same roundabout at Bosworth Street from a different direction, and passing 2 more pedestrian crossings, one near Juice Plus and another opposite BTK Pharmacy. Repeating these busy, high-volume business areas twice is challenging and acts as a true hazard perception and observation test. Watch out for another pedestrian crossing in front of the Bloom Room Florist and the Richmond Park Cricket Ground. As you approach the final stages of your test, make your very last left turn at the traffic lights onto East Market Street. Watch out for pedestrian crossings and dedicated red arrows when pedestrians are crossing. Once you are the first car, look left and right for oncoming traffic before completing the turn. The officer will direct you to pull over into an available parking spot to complete the test. Once your car is parked safely, turn off the engine and follow the officer inside the Service NSW office, where they will provide your test debrief and results. Look, you don't have to leave test day up to pure luck or nerves. At DTech, we offer a specialized Richmond driving test preparation and car hire package for $200. We will pick you up from home, run a highly focused 1-hour pre-test warm-up lesson to check live traffic, go over recent road updates, and completely settle your nerves. Then, you get to take your official test using our certified dual control vehicle, giving you total peace of mind. If you're ready to smash your practical driving exam and be 100% P-plate ready, give us a call or text at 0468 525 626 or visit dtechdrivertraining.com.au to secure your spot. Thanks for riding along with me today. Good luck on your test, and remember, DTech is the best in the West. I'll catch you at the Richmond train station, or right in the Service NSW driving test bay.